Hello, my name is Andrew Bynum, and I'll be going over the statements and schedules that have been listed here. So, from the information we gathered via our journal entries in Smithville, we got our post-closing trial balance here, showing our assets, our uncollectibles, our payables, encumbrances, etc. The purpose of this is to make sure that our beginning balances are correct, but also to ensure that our debits and our credits remain in balance after our closing entries have been made. So as we can see here, everything is equal. Moving on, from this we get our balance sheet. So here we make sure our assets and our liabilities, our assets are equal to our liabilities and equity. So we have our cash, our taxes and interest and penalties receivable, less the amounts that have been uncollectible, or at least we're allowing to be. And we have our vouchers payable, the amounts owed to the federal and state governments. We have our deferred input resources. And we have our restricted and unassigned fund balances, totals, and they're both equal, which is good. Then from the journal entries, we also generated our operating statement account balances for the subsidiary ledgers for several accounts. In this case, our estimated revenues, encumbrances, expenditures, and appropriations. Gathered all of these amounts. Estimated revenues minus revenues gives us these amounts. Then appropriations was equal to the current balance minus the total of expenditures and encumbrances, which give us these. From this, we generate two things. Our statement of revenues, expenditures, and changes in fund balances, which is essentially a governmental fund's income statement, which helps us track the flow of resources in and out of funding. So we have resources such as revenues that are coming in from property taxes, interest and penalties, licenses, fines, etc. Then we have our expenditures, and the amount of resources we have to let go to keep things moving. Then we have the excess over our expenditures. But on top of that, we also have our interfund transfers out. In one of the entries, we sent off amount from our general fund to a street aid fund. So that's going out. Subtract that, we get our total change in fund balances. In other words, we have more revenue. The point is, our resources are in a good state as far as this is concerned. We kept more revenues than we expended, or resources. Then we also got our schedule of revenues, expenditures, and changes in fund balances, budget and actual, which is meant to see how we're spending compared to the budget. Even if we have a budget, we're still, we might end up spending more than we need to. And I will be honest, I had trouble trying to figure this one out while I was looking at the example listed in the book. The book didn't do too well to explain what goes where, so from trial and error, I went with the revenue amounts here, estimated revenues here, subtracted the final amount from the actual amount, got the variances here. Then for expenditures and encumbrances, I of course put the expenditures amount from here and there. But for these, the book didn't do well. Like I said, through trial and error, I decided to go with appropriations minus their encumbrances in this one here. Then we have gives us our excess of revenues over expenditures. It honestly does not look too good. And of course we have the transfers out, and we have increase or decrease in the fund balance overall. From this we can see that we're spending more than what we have. So, despite what it looked like here, things are not looking so well overall. And then we go to our reconciliation to adjust our expenditures from a budgetary to a GAAP basis by subtracting our encumbrances outstanding at the end of the year. And that's about all there is to it for now. Can't promise it's perfect, but I gave it my all. I hope you have a good night, sir, and I'll see you soon. Bye.